Hey guys, Ryan from Recovery Tattoo, back with part 2, like I said I would. I got out of work a little bit ago, it's really late. I don't even have a battery pack to run my light that's attached to my camera setup here, but I got them charging right now, and I'll use the one on my phone for now. Plus I got a headlamp too. But like I said, I'd be back with part 2, which is a new story, but it's just a very much continuance on from the last story. If you haven't seen that one yet, I really suggest you go back and watch it. It's part 1 to this. It makes everything will make a lot more sense, but you don't necessarily have to either. You're just gonna hear the revenge and get back part of the story instead of how I got. You're not going to get the reason why. All right, so boom, quick equipment check. Ejectaflight Nano Elite with the Blast Carbon body. The Blast Brass body. I got the Ambition battery grip running at about 8.5, 9 volts. I'm running a 4.0 stroke cam with the semi-rigid bar. I just ordered 2 of the stainless steel rigid bars because it makes it a little stronger.
Okay.
I think that'll be cool. It'll make it like it's almost like a true direct drive. It'll be like a stronger 4.0. It'll be more like a 4.2 or probably 4.5, something like that, which is awesome. So anyway, whatever, I ordered 2 today, so they'll be here in a few days. So boom, we got these 2 patterns here. It's difficult when I get some of the new school cartoon characters when they have tattoos on them. Like, that's tough shit. That's some tough shit because those are unbelievably thin. But I think I know how I'm gonna go about it. I can at least see what it is. Plus, I can bring up my reference on my iPad if I need to.
Are you trapped here all day?
It's pretty smooth. It's looking pretty good. Some of the outline's thicker than I'd like it to be, but it's all good. There's still contrast. There's still thinner lines. There's different line weights here. Down to the tattoos, down to her backside of her entire outline is extremely thick, as you can see. Everything in the front of her is all thinned out. And then I got this cool little rose that I got here. I just like this. I've had this rose in my arsenal for a while, and I'm not gonna do it in color, but I'm gonna add color to it, like into the shading. So I'm gonna pick some type of purple or tropical blue or lavender, or something like that, and
Can you light this up to red if you
mix it with my shading.
Can you light this up to red?
So there's color in it too. I don't know. See how it looks. Kind of like the roses I showed you a while ago. How I did the pepper shading with the roses, right? All right. So boom. I'm gonna start off with a standard 9-round shader, Police CNC cartridge. I gave you the equipment, the machine check. That straight dynamic black ink. Disposable dip foam cups. Very, very handy, reusable if you're using fake skins. It's awesome. Same with these little cartridge holder cups with the holds the water. Really awesome. Anyways, so all right, I'm gonna grab my drink and I think we're all set. I think we are good to go. I just gotta clock that cartridge in there and get going. All right, I'm stoked. Here we go. Part 2 coming up. Get ready. First time that I had to have that real deal revenge, and I had to do it no matter how much I was scared or nervous. And I was very scared and nervous. I mean, you always are in this situation, no matter who you are, no matter how tough you think you are. You're nervous in this situation. I promise you, no matter who you are. Even if you've been in it multiple times, you're still nervous every time, especially when weapons are involved. Okay, so I literally haven't had a minute, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off in the last video. I gotta think about it for a second. Where did I leave off? I know I told basically the whole thing about them getting me and how all that went down. And then once it was time for me to come out of the hospital, they shipped me to a different prison. I mean, sorry. They put me upstairs. They put me in a different block. And they also put me upstairs, which is on a different schedule than downstairs. It's not like, remember I told you when you're there, you get like every hour the doors would pop, and like for all four blocks down there for 10 minutes every hour. You know, you didn't mix with upstairs. It was just the 4 blocks that you were downstairs. But when you lived upstairs, every hour the doors would pop and you could meet up with the 4 blocks that were up there, right? But it was also easy to sneak up there. It was easy to sneak up there and just slide to any block you wanted. You said to, have the cops fucking distracted for a second so you can slide in. Because they're used to popping the door over and over and over again the entire 10 minutes, because guys just come and go, come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So, anyways, right? So, I get to this new fucking block. I'm upstairs, which I don't like, because I gotta go up and downstairs now for every fucking single thing. And I don't really know many people up there, and I wasn't digging it. Like right away, I just wasn't liking it. And plus, I knew I wasn't staying long anyway, because prison is like junior high. If there's any type of fucking gossip or any fucking type of shit to talk or any type of story or any type of fucking anything, man, that's all dudes do is fucking sit there and talk shit and think they fucking know everything and talk other people's fucking business. And they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about most of the time. But anyways, all I would hear about is how badly I got fucked up. Because like I said, I was fucked up. Like I had to fucking wear that neck brace for fucking like 2 months. You know, this was a long process to get like to where I was full range of motion back, and I could get back and I could go back to a unit. So, but by the time I did, first thing on my fucking mind was I was happy as shit they didn't transfer me to the other prison, and because that's normally what they do. When I mean, not like in every fight, they'll always move you to a different block, but in Berlin, like I said, the blocks are right next door to each other. Like, it's just so easy to, like, if you want to get somebody, it's so easy no matter where they put you, really. So when somebody gets hurt, normally they fucking they send you to the other prison. But so they just put me upstairs because I'd been there for a long time. I hadn't been in a bunch of, or I hadn't been caught for a bunch of violent things there yet, and I was able to convince him that the stairs and the floor that fucking I fell on, that fucked my entire face and body up, they said the beef was over, so I didn't have to worry, about, anything happening further on, which isn't true, but at the same time, I wasn't letting it go anyway, so it didn't matter if that dude had something planned for me or not. So this dude gets to go back to the fucking block, the same block that I was on for years. I was pissed that he got to go back to the same fucking block, and the fucking motherfucker, dude, right? But they didn't really have nothing on them dudes, because I wouldn't give them up, even though they were my fucking total enemy, and they fucking hurt me badly, way more than needed for especially, it wasn't even a reason for them. I did nothing for their organization, nothing for them personally. It was for fucking some fucking junkie heroin dealer that they were probably just upset that they didn't rob him first. They were probably just upset that they didn't do the same thing I did fucking first. Anyways, but that dude had money, and he fucking paid these fucking dudes to fucking get me. And so I fucking got, man. No matter who you are, you can get got. Trust and believe. No matter how much you got your head on a swivel, man. People that keep their whole entire head to the ground and don't fucking talk to anybody but one or two people, and don't borrow and don't do drugs and totally do prison the way you're supposed to, and still find yourselves in fucked up situations. It just happens because that's all that place is. It's a cesspool of all the bad guys that are in the area, and stick them all in one room for years on end with nothing to do. It's like, what do you think we're gonna do in there? It's insane, man. When it comes to being a drug addict, prison is like the worst place to be, the worst place. Just as many drugs, if not more, in prison than there is on the streets. And you don't gotta do nothing but walk fucking maybe max 150 feet to the, however many cells down from where you're living. And you'll probably pass 6 cells that also have it, or have other things. Everyone's, got their hustle, whether it's hooch, whether it's Suboxone, whether it's weed, There's always like a cigarette guy, there's always a weed guy, there's always there's always a few Suboxone guys, because that stuff's fucking, just so easy to get in, and the most profitable by far out of all the things you can possibly get in, and you can get so much of and at a time and have it be such a small thing, like, you know what I mean? Like something the size of like a half a roll of quarters, or even a quarter roll of quarters. You could probably fit enough Suboxones in a quarter roll of quarters to make like 100 grand, easy. You know, they're going for $400 a piece, and you can get anybody can get a prescription to them and get fucking 60 to 90 of them for free every month. Like, anybody can. Just go in and piss dirty for opiates, and you'll get Suboxone, period. You know? But you know, I don't suggest you do that unless you're trying to get off opiates, because, you know, Suboxone's not worth shit anymore on the street. Nothing. Because like I said, literally anybody can just go get a prescription to stay off opiates. So let's get to the good stuff, right? So everywhere I fucking go, everybody's cracking jokes, not like disrespecting me, but I just made it back to the compound. For a while I still had the neck brace thing. I was fucked up. Walking funny for 6 months or so. I had to wear like a knee brace. But whatever, you know what I mean? Like you don't win every fucking fight. And I got jumped, and there was a weapon. So it's like, whatever. I'm not like, my pride's not fucking hurt in any way. That I got attacked by fucking 2 fucking different people, one with a weapon. So, but I'm sick of hearing it, because the very next thing out of everybody's mouth would be like, dude, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, and I'm not the talker. I'm not a big talker. Like, I'm not the guy who's gonna sit there and be like, I'm gonna fucking do this, and I'm gonna fucking do that, and I'm gonna fucking kick his ass, and I'm gonna fucking, like, I just can't even seem. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't want everybody to know my business. I don't want him to know what's coming. Like, it's just, I'm in war mode now. So, I'm saying, I'm gonna crack. I'm trying to laugh it off with everybody, ha ha ha. But it's fucking. It's every time. It's like, it's making me more and more fucking mad. Like, I was just getting fuming mad. Like, I had already made the decision that I'm hitting this kid. The one with the weapon. The other kid that was kicking me in the face and shit or whatever, like, he deserved an ass whooping too, but whatever. Like I said, you can't take on gang members, like, without bigger problems. So anyways, what I want to do is people are saying, because he hurt me so much. You got in prison, like, if somebody brings that kind of energy to you, and in this case it's violence, you have to come back with that same exact energy, but more. And most of the time, most people are incapable of that, because, they're used to living regular life, not prison life. It's totally different. You have to eat, drink, think, shit, piss, brush your teeth, and breathe and fart differently. than you do out here. And I'm not even fucking kidding. And there's a lot more than that. So anyway, I'm stewing on it, and I had been, but I'd been in pain too, and I'd been in the infirmary, and I was on meds, and I was just like more concentrated on trying to get better. But in my head, I said, the second I can, I'm fucking this dude up. As soon as I get out of here, I'm doing something. I was just praying to God they didn't ship me to another prison. Or him. But like I said, they got put back on the block. I went to the hole. So anyways, after the infirmary, I did my whole time. The neck brace, walking funny, couldn't lift shit on my right side, which is my dominant hand, because I got hit in the shoulder too. Hurt my shoulder pretty bad for a while, back of my knee, so I was walking funny for a while. My neck, they almost broke my fucking neck. But anyways, right? So I'm fuming, man, about why they did me so fucking dirty over some sucker, dude. I didn't, okay, so this doesn't make what I did okay, what I'm about to say. But I didn't, steal from that kid. You know what I mean? And when you're in prison, if you're gonna fucking take something from somebody, you go up in their face and you take it from them, to their face. You know what I mean? I guess the real world will call that robbery or whatever, but you at least, you don't be a thief. You give the man the chance to fight for his shit or stand up for his shit. And if you don't do that, you're not a man yourself, because you're fucking ducking that fade, or you're scared of that fade, because otherwise you would just take it in his face instead of stealing it from him, right? So that's a big rule. No stealing. No one can steal. You get caught stealing, you get fucking fucked up by everybody. So anyway, like I said, stewing, mad, pissed off. All the comments weren't helping. All the jokes weren't helping. The pain I was in wasn't helping. So I spent a lot of time, planning out different ways of hurting that kid. Different scenarios, different weapons, different buildings, I literally thought of all kinds of fucking ways, man. And, after being talked to by a few people that mattered on the block that I ended up on, I had to come clean with my people that I was gonna, handle that business, because they fucking jumped me. And so at least they knew that I was doing something. I didn't tell them to what extent I was fucking gonna go, but they were like, you gotta really fuck him up. They put you in the hospital. You can't fucking let that fly, A little black eye isn't gonna fucking match what he did to you. You gotta really fucking hurt him. You gotta put something inside him. Meaning that I should stab him. You know what I mean? Not kill him, but put a hole in him. And so I'm scared of that doing that makes me wicked nervous. One, getting caught with a weapon gets you fucked up, but getting caught without it gets you fucked up even more. So, but so you know, I was young at this time. You know, I was hanging around with a lot of violent people that were, you know, that were very, you know, militant and you know, stand on business type guys, and they didn't want to see me go out like that, and they can see that I was upset about it, and so I ended up saying that I, you know, was gonna do something about it, and you know, I just said, and they said, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" They were bothering me, you know, and I was so mad, you know, just I was mad that they did me so dirty in the first place. You know, and I was just sick of hearing. I was just, you know, I ended up saying, shut the fuck up. Let me do my thing. And so, you know, I asked for a piece of steel. You know, I asked for a little poker. No, I don't want to buy, you know, I don't want a fucking, you know, I don't want a bone crusher. You know, I don't want one of them big, long, thick ass fucking knives that'll fucking take an arm off. You know, I just want something that I can go nuts and put a bunch of holes in somebody, but not deep enough to where I'm gonna be hitting any vital organs or anything. Just enough to, you know. You know, make the statement that I'm trying to make, for one, and two, so he gets the fucking point and everybody else that saw what happened as well. Is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I'm still fucking nervous as shit. I was like, how the fuck am I actually gonna do that? What if I mess up? What if I fucking, while I'm like in a blackout, what if I'm, you know, what if I, you know, end up poking the kid in the, you know, in the neck or in the artery, you know, and like really hurt him type shit. You know, I still get wicked nervous, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to kill the guy. I am still trying to go home, but you know, at some point I'm being, you know, to a degree I'm being pressured, and you know, you have to react. Like I said, you have to match the same energy that somebody brings to you, and you know, I don't like using the locks and the socks. They take too long to re-up. You can't like hit somebody over and over and over again quickly with one of those. You have to really make the first one count, because it takes like several seconds to swing it back and get it all the way back up and swung back again. You know, anybody in the world's gonna see that coming. It takes too long. So I'm sitting in my fucking room, often sharing his thoughts on safety, intuition, and the challenges of solo adventures. It is October the 17th. And every minute that goes by, I can't step out my cell without hearing someone crack some fucking joke. I can't go to chow without having to talk about it at the fucking table. And all that was doing was pissing me off even more. Like, I already know that I'm fucking gonna react. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm going for my get backs in any way, shape, or form, because you did me dirty. And like I said, after a while, I was done thinking, and I asked my people for, you know, to use
and seeing figures in the shadows.
you know, what we had for weapon stock, basically. To get right down to it, is what I was trying to get a poker. You know, like a quarter ice pick type deal.
So this is a Cleveland hotspot for graffiti artists.
And we could unwrap some of the chain link fences and actually get strips of those right off the yard fences, and you can make ice picks out of those as long as you want them to be. It's insane. It's fucking insane. But I only wanted one, you know, say, you know, a somewhat safe, but still damaged going through the jacket, sweatshirt, no matter what you're wearing. But not like it's going through your heart and liver and all your organs or wherever, you know. You just get them, you know, you think about it, you know, if you're going to poke somebody up, you get them like in the back and like in the legs and in the, you know, it's the arms, you know. Unless you're trying to murder somebody, then obviously you go about things a little differently. So anyways, I asked for a piece.
Okay, hello? Alright.
And they told me to give them till dinner, and they would come by.
I'm not gonna be scared, but there's people back in there.
Dinner
He begins looking for a spot
that day,
for the night.
and it was like lunchtime. And
Upon entering, he is already met with a
dinner
as he calls out into the darkness of the building.
took the longest it ever has before this day, because once it hit me in my head, like once I asked for the weapon, like there's no going back. Now there's expectations. I have to use it now. I can't just be like, oh yeah, you know, never mind, forget it. You know, like you end up getting yourself fucked up. And like I said, I have to do something about it anyway, because they did me wrong and dirty. And so I'm nervous as shit, man. And that feeling is just so gnarly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. It's like indescribable unless you've been in similar situations. Like it's just insanely like nerve-wracking, panic attack, but like you still got to be able to keep your cool and be coherent and be all there and be 100% ready to make decisions and react and act and still be all there in the middle of a total heart attack, panic attack, you know, freak out zone, because you don't know what the fuck, how it's gonna go when you're gonna go and do a job like this, you know. You know that it's gonna be bad either way, but you're just praying that it's the bad that you want it to, that you're going for, not he has to get life flighted and he doesn't make it to the hospital. So I sit in my room the entire fucking time until Chow's called, and it's hours and hours and hours. But I had been sitting in a bed for months and months and months, thinking of all the different ways, if I had all the different kind of weapons that I could come across when I get out of there, what I'm gonna do with whatever I do get my hands on, rah rah rah. Like I knew that I was getting my get backs on this dude as long as they didn't separate us, like out of the prison. As long as they didn't ship either one of us, we can still get right. I could still get to him. He could still get to me. He
multiple people, possibly up to no good
He
in there with you.
has no idea.
Get out of there as soon as
He's not
possible.
even thinking about me.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
This dude has no idea, because like I said, I'm kind of telling people that I'm not doing nothing, you know, maybe if I can get like a one-on-one later, or like like, you know, I'm not tripping right now, you know, I'm trying to, you know, go home, blah blah blah. I'm really just, you know, I'm chirping the bullshit. I'm saying what I really should be doing, but I'm not. I'm planning a literal fucking weapon attack in an enclosed space where it could go wrong, and it could very easily go sideways where I'm on the receiving end. You got to make sure you don't lose any type of weapon you bring either. You got to make sure nobody ever takes it away from you or gets it from you. You never drop it. So I end up getting a poker. And like I said, I was sitting before chow dinner. I was sitting in there. I didn't move from my cell after I asked. Man, all I was thinking was like, oh shit, I asked. Now it's over with. I have to use it. I've brought people in on this now to a degree. And
The rain now pouring down, despite the rainy location.
you know, there's no backing down now. Like there's no backing out. I mean,
For a brief moment.
and you know, I was nervous as shit. Like I said, like I wanted to really hurt him, and then the time comes down to it, when it comes down to actually do whatever you're gonna do, fucking reality hits you. Either reality or the consequences or common sense, one or the other hits you. You know what I mean? Or you're a psycho. You know? Or you have no conscience. And you probably shouldn't be on the street anyway. So, and like, not only that, like, before, like, I myself personally have only used a weapon on somebody once or twice prior to this, and then only once or twice after this. That's not my go-to, even though, you know, when it comes to a faction of multiple people, you know, and they're holding weapons as well, you know, you got to match the energy, or you're gonna find yourself behind. And boom, I get the fucking piece at dinner. Mind's racing. It just comes under my door. Ring, like I hear it roll. It's fucking, it's not all the way straightened out, but it's at least like almost. But it's a piece of stainless steel. I mean, a piece of steel chain link fence. You know, if you untwist it, you know, and so it's like that. It's like the thickness of a pencil, a little thinner, and I didn't want a long one. So the actual piece was like was longer, because you think about a handle, but after the handle I only had like, you know, a couple inches, inch and a half.
they were coming to see what I was up to.
because I was nervous. You know, I don't, you know, if I, and it,
They're talking.
I'd rather fight. You know, it feels weird. It feels weird having, when you put something in somebody like that. It fucking feels weird. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. You know, it's not gratifying. You know, and you know, unless that person hurt your family in some way or whatever, it's not gratifying. Whatever. But in prison, you live in a whole different world. You have to become a whole different person, and you have to act like you've been that person your whole fucking life too. Right? That's just how it goes. 1 second, guys.
And in this episode of
Okay, so boom.
they embark on a
Picture
challenging
yourself
12-14
in
trek
a fucking
across the
jail
Southern
cell,
focusing on mountaineering and hunting.
rocking back and
Themselves
forth,
through remote
thinking of
peaks,
all the ways
breathtaking alpine landscapes,
that you can pull this off and maybe get away with it, hopefully. I mean, there's ways to get away with it too, but it's just more often than not that you got to make a move, and you know,
and their passion for
in
the
front of fucking cops or in front of people or on camera or whatever the case may be. Because when something's on site, it's on site. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's wherever you see each other. It's handcuffed or not. It doesn't matter. If there's 5 cops standing right there, you know, on site means no matter what or where or when, it's you have to fight. So I get the fucking piece, man. So right away, I'm still having the panic attack, but whatever. I get to work on like getting it as straight as possible. I work on, you know, ripping. I was ripping strips of the state sheets, so that like wicked long strips, so I could wrap it around it a bunch of times, and tie it a bunch of times, tie it, so you know I could end up getting like a nice, soft, but like handle. You know what I'm saying? Something that's you're really gonna be able to hold on to, and you leave like a little strip with a loop hanging at the end, so you can put it around your wrist while you're holding it, because you can't lose the fucking thing. It's another thing you got to think about. You can't lose the fucking thing. You can't like accidentally fucking put it in somebody and like they jerk back and it stays in them, and now it's out of your hands, or you drop it, or the guy takes it from you, or whatever. You gotta have full control of your weapon when you're gonna have one or use one. Absolutely, 100%. The wrist lock thing is like mandatory to have on there. So, you know, I get right to work to straightening the thing out. It's got the marks of like shears, like metal shears, the scissors. It's got on one side, it's got that like indent, and on the other side, it's just like jagged, rugged metal from where you can tell somebody sat there and bent it back and forth until it ripped off the fence, right? So, I get to right to work to straightening it out. And then I pick a side after I rip up a bunch of sheets and in strips, and you know I make a nice beefy little handle with the wrist strap in the end. Also, you after a job like this, I've been on missions where if there's weapons involved, you gotta get rid of them right after, because if they can't find a weapon no matter how badly the injury is, if they can't find the weapon that did that, then they can't get you for having it or using one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter how much proof they have. The guy can have 57 holes in him, and you got blood all over you. Hands, shirt, face, everything. But you don't got a weapon on you, then you didn't use one, right? So another reason why you need full control of your weapon any and all times. So if something goes down, you can easily get rid of it too. You have full control of it. Anyways, this was a steel piece, so that limited me to things like situations that I could put myself in or make this happen, right? It's a steel piece, and when you leave to go like out to the yard or somewhere like that, there's fucking metal detectors that you gotta walk through. And so that's not like a yard safe piece. People are able to get steel out there, but like they end up usually leaving it out there because you got to walk back through a metal detector. You know what I mean? You getting caught. You don't want to get caught with a weapon by the cops. You just don't. So what happens is I make the handle on one side, and it's just like a shitload of strips of white state sheet, so a cotton handle with the wrist lock loop on the end. Then I waited till nighttime because I gave myself time. So I have to do it inside. So I start thinking of where we can run into each other, where I could go to make sure I run into each other, where I could just go to get him. Like, I had made the decision to where if I couldn't like do this and get away with it, that I would do it just on site if I had to. Like, this was just gonna happen. I was young and dumb, and I wasn't thinking about like how all the extra years I was gonna get for doing something like this. So I'm just thinking of my name and my respect, and that not happening to me again. So I start sharpening. I wait till nighttime, and I'm just and I got it at dinner time, so it wasn't much later. It was nighttime, and you know, our grounds are concrete, our floors, and you can sharpen metal on concrete, but it's fucking loud. It's loud, and it like vibrates, you know, 2 or 3 cells in each direction. So like everybody, like, you know, when like something big's about to pop off, because at night you can hear it all over the block. You can hear it coming from, you know, 15 different cells. You can hear the scraper on the ground, and so you know something's about to happen. Everyone's getting ready. You know, there's never a time where 15, 20 people just got a brand new knife, and everyone's fucking making it up that night. No, it's always turned out that either that the next day or the following day, you know, something ends up popping off. And so I know I'm drawing this out, but it's like I'm enjoying myself right now. I love being with you guys. I love fucking hanging out. I love fucking these style tattoos lately. Even though I'm making small mistakes and I'm talking to you guys, I just don't care. I like it. I'm having fun. And even this flower is gonna come out really fucking awesome. So anyways, boom, I'm sharpening up this fucking ice pick looking thing, mini ice pick looking thing, right? It's not as long as an ice pick. Like I said, I don't wanna sink something so long into somebody and really, really do permanent damage. I just wanna do the most like cosmetic damage I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had to put a razor, you know, across a face or two in my day. And like even the process of that and doing all that is gnarly as fuck. With that, you got to get up close and personal, put your hands on somebody, maneuver somebody, and fucking put something on them and, you know, slide it across their skin. It's fucking gnarly. It's like unzipping. It feels like you're unzipping a coat. Kind of what it sounds like too. Anyways, that's a whole nother story time. Something totally different another time in life as well. So, whatever. This thing is a fucking piece of fence. So it's thin. As you can think, it's not going to take forever to sharpen. Right? And so, but as soon as I start, I'm the only one fucking doing it, and it's loud. At first I wasn't thinking about it. But then all of a sudden, the downstairs tier came out of their cells. Where we were being housed at, they were fucking 8-man rooms, and there was no bathrooms in them, so they couldn't. The doors never locked because you'd have to be able to go to the bathroom. There was public bathrooms in the middle of the block. So all of a sudden I hear a bunch of fucking yelling and commotion, right? Which makes me stop what I'm doing, obviously, right? I want to get up and see what the fuck that is. And it's fucking a bunch of different cells from downstairs of guys looking up at all the top tiers, asking who the fuck's making a weapon, and to stop, because it's like waking them up, and or like, is there a problem type shit? Like, what the fuck? Who's making a weapon upstairs? You know? I ain't saying shit. I don't give a fuck. And nobody else did either, because nobody else was making a fucking weapon that night. So everybody would go back in. Very shortly after, it would start up again, and then a couple of minutes later, you'd hear the screaming and yelling again from outside. I'd walk up to my window again, like, what the fuck, man? Stop. Come on, guys, stop it. Whoever that is, stop. You know, what the fuck? People are trying to sleep, you know. You know, I was saying shit like that, you know, while holding the fucking knife in my hand. The thing is the people in my room, 4 of them would sleep, just slept so hard, I didn't have to say anything or tell them anything to. But there was 3 or 4 that I did have to let in on. But luckily, one of them I got the piece from, so he was kind of already informed, whatever. And luckily, the other people were cool too, you know, whatever. They were gonna keep their mouth shut because they didn't like what happened to me either. They didn't think that was cool, and you know, they understood that, you know, it's prison rules are in effect, you know. It is what it is. It's not. I'm not no psycho. I'm not no nothing. This is what's expected. Unless you're a bitch, or you're a pussy, or you're, you know, not gonna stand up for yourself. But once you accept prison life and you accept that's something you're not gonna do, then what's expected when somebody does you dirty is you gotta, you know, go get your get backs, however that may be. And so whatever. It's taking me forever to get the thing sharpened because I can't just like get a good rhythm going, and because people kept all the downstairs people kept coming out and fucking flipping out and running their fucking mouth. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, and I know that they had, I'm like, you guys got, I didn't say it, but I was like, yo, everybody yelling, I'm like, they got a fucking blade sticking out of their fucking sweats right now. I'm like, somebody or you had to sharpen that thing too. I'm like, somebody's fucking making a fucking knife. Okay, somebody's making a fucking knife. Like, go back to fucking sleep, or don't, or wait until they're done. Just like everybody had to the night you did, or the 5 nights it takes sometimes to you know. It all depends on what you're sharpening. You know, I've seen lawnmower. I've only seen one, but I've seen a lawnmower blade. Those things are like a fucking machete sword. Oh my god. Anyways, so I disrupt the entire fucking block, and you know, whatever. I just have revenge, and I have hatred in my heart, and I have like embarrassment and disrespect and like feelings that come with being in the environment I was in, because they don't really matter now in life. Like that I wouldn't like that shit doesn't matter any, like, to this degree especially. It doesn't matter anywhere but fucking when you're locked up. That's it. Nowhere else do you have to just automatically, and everybody knows it, and everybody has to do it too. It's anybody. It's the answer or the solution or the next move is always gonna be violence. And living that way really is fucking gnarly 24/7, man. I'm still not okay from that. But I make it, you know, whatever. I'm not saying I'm okay. I'm just saying, like, it affects me still, and I think about it still, and you know, whatever. I think one of my next stories is I'm gonna tell you the first time I saw fucking somebody's face get melted off with boiling fucking oil. That's a gnarly story too, and what it was over is fucking even crazier too. But seeing that kind of shit in real life, oh my fucking god. A face fucking right down to the white meat is melting. Like, these guys did more than heat up fucking baby oil. They put salt in there, and they put like gritty shit in there, so when the person, you know, they throw it in your face, which is automatically gonna melt your face off, and because of the salt and all the gritty shit you put in there, whoever the person is gonna put their hand up to their face, and the salt is gonna make it burn, and all the gritty shit, including the salt, when you put your hands up to your face, is gonna make like your face fall off even easier, right?
There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you
It's
won't
fucking
want to miss
insane.
what's next.
It's fucking
Stay
gnarly.
tuned, and we'll see you in the
I'm not
next
trying to do
video.
that kind of permanent damage to somebody, you know, unless they did something like that to me, or unless they hurt my family in some way. Otherwise, what I'm about to tell you is as far as I'll ever go, unless you come at my family in that
Some
type
people
of
go into
manner.
the forest for peace.
So this is what I
Others have
fucking do.
stories they can't
All right,
explain.
it's been 59 minutes. All
These
right,
real
I'll
camping
I'll get to
encounters
the
are
I'll get to the
disturbingly
point.
raw.
Okay. See, I think I like hanging out. I like reminiscing like this, and I love tattooing. So I get into both, and I feel like even though I only have 80 subscribers and only some of you even watch probably, but like I feel like I'm connected, like I'm hanging out with you guys right now. That's what I feel like. It's like therapeutic to me as well. And so I don't want to like rush a story out in 25, 30 minutes just because of it's YouTube, and like miss a bunch of details and not tell it the way I want to tell it, and like fuck that. I don't want to do that. If my shit's an hour and a half, then it's an hour and a half. It is what it is. Right now I'm talking about, you know, stabbing gang member and how I went about it. If that's not somewhat interesting, then and most of you know me. I don't have any type of following right now. Most of you know me. So how many people you know been through or done things that I'm talking about? And I got more. I got enough to sustain a YouTube channel for a while. Just on story time. But I'm going to introduce other things, 2 or 3 more aspects to this channel. So I think I'm about done with the 9-round shader. The thicker outlines are pretty much done.
After arriving, he sets up inside.
Yeah.
Makes some curry noodles.
So
and prepares firewood for the night. As he settles in,
I'm probably going to use a bug pin, Stigma,
honestly,
the Aquamarine
I'd probably go for the spot furthest from the door, just so I'd see
set.
if anyone came in and have a moment to react before they got
Bug
too close.
pin 3-round liner to get all the tattoos probably. Okay, so boom. I get the thing sharpened up. I got no sleep that night. I sat there and tucked that and had it held to my chest in both my hands. Gripped so fucking gripped like you grip a fucking steering wheel in a blizzard. You know what I mean? Like after a while you can't, like your hands are like stuck. And they hurt because you can barely let go because you've been gripping so hard for so long. So anyway, I plan in my head all night. I know that when my door opens, that I have to introduce a level of violence that is next level. And I have to do it on site. I don't know if there's going to be cops right there or not. I don't know at all how it's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to walk up to him and 9 of his fucking friends. You know what I mean? Like, that don't matter either. That doesn't, you know, when you do a mission, it doesn't matter. On site is on site. Even if you're gonna get your own ass kicked, you take off. At least get a couple off, or at least you tried. Whatever, because they would have done the same to you. Anyways, I get the thing sharpened up. I'm freaking out. Because I know as soon as I hear the doors click for breakfast, I know what I'm gonna do. because I know that they feed upstairs breakfast first, our 4 blocks. And then I know that if you stick back and stay back in the back in the cafeteria long enough on certain days, they'll several times a week, the bottom floor or the top floor, depending on where you're living, starts coming in while you're still sitting there. And so I was either gonna go to chow first thing in the morning and do it like that in the chow hall, or I was gonna just wait until they were doing. Remember I told you every hour? They would open the doors every hour on the hour because there wasn't even a cop on the block, a CO, I mean. We were all in there by ourselves with one little camera up in the corner, far away, you know? So to get anything, we had to walk out the 2 doors and walk up to the cop's office desk to get anything. And so
things take an unexpected turn for Teo and his group.
Remember how I told you how people would sneak over to other blocks and shit like that?
Alright, so we just got back in town. We are now on our way to
So I was gonna either do it try to do it at breakfast, and if that failed,
and now we're all following them.
if that failed, because I still hadn't made up my mind. If that failed, and or I'm gonna do it on one of the more popular and busy times when they pop the doors, when like a shitload of people go out and like
100%.
fill up the whole hallway. You know, they let all 4 blocks out at once. There's fucking 90 people in each block, you know.
Good job.
So you got like 400 people walking out into this, you
So I
know,
think tonight we're gonna do a fire.
10-foot square.
Yeah. I think that's all we got planned for right now.
This fucking
How you feeling, Dolly?
dumb small area.
Good?
So if you wait till it's wicked busy, then the cop's desk can't even see,
It's a beautiful area.
you know, 5 feet in front of it.
We're gonna do a fire, right?
So it's wicked easy for you to fucking just sneak down the hall and fucking get up into the staircase real quick and run upstairs and get up into their hallway first, or vice versa, and get into their hallway first. I mean, quickly, while all of them are still out, because when they pop the doors for the hour, they pop them for upstairs too, but upstairs has to stay upstairs. Their cop level is up outside of their doors, just like ours is outside of our doors. But no cop on the block. And so that's another reason why the doors open every hour for 10 minutes. And so it's wicked easy. Like, you know how many times they have to fucking buzz the door off, like one of the 4 doors open? They have to do it every 5 seconds throughout the whole 10 minutes while listening to the entire line of inmates talking shit. All right, whatever. I'm just rambling now because I want to hang out. I don't want to just fucking finish, but the video's been an hour and 10 minutes, so whatever. This is what happened. I said, let me try to get away with it first, at least.
They arrive at their
The 2 options were go to chow,
taking in the mountain
hopefully
views,
make it so it's one of the days you can stay back,
just enjoying the
and the
peace
other
solitude
floor
that
starts coming in.
Everything feels calm and carefree.
I had to hope all that happens, and I had to do it in the middle. I was gonna have to do it in the middle of the chow hall, which meant right in front of the cameras, right in front of the cops, right in front of any type of rack. I would have been 100% busted. which
I called the
I was
telephone.
already fine with
Remember
getting
what passed again?
in trouble for this. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get caught with the weapon.
Those shoes. Those are what?
I can deal with
Those are
assault,
sandals.
but once
and
you
those are
get
gloves
caught
and
with the
pants.
weapon, they
What are
take
you
it
doing?
like
Are you changing
it's
my
different.
tire?
They're doing something.
It's different. You get like mandatory time and shit. But you just make sure you get that thing flushed.
See,
Anyway.
I don't like that, 'cause I heard stuff last night too, but I was like, I'm not gonna let myself get scared.
So my heart's racing out of my fucking throat.
That's
I literally can't breathe. I can't breathe. I fucking 007. And this is the only time in prison where I like went this far out of my way, especially by myself. I've gone on missions like this, like similar to this, but it was like at least one other fucking guy with me to go and carry out whatever we were doing. So I fucking get through the whole crowd of people without the cops seeing me. I fucking sneak up the stairwell where there's not a soul, because nobody from upstairs can be downstairs, nobody downstairs can be upstairs, right? So, and there's cameras in there too, but I just say fuck it and run. And I fucking make it in to the crowd of people that are upstairs crowding the desk up there. The thing is upstairs and downstairs they were set up and looked the exact same. There was 2 blocks on each side, and like 2 blocks on the left, 2 blocks on the right next to each other, and then out in the hallway is where the cop's desk was. So I fucking get up there, and I got my thing wrapped around my wrist, but I got my hand like in the front of my pants, like I'm like resting it there, and I get upstairs, and I don't know many people, we don't run into upstairs people very often, unless you go out in the yard at the same time, which I didn't. But you don't run into people upstairs very often, so there's going to be a lot of people that you don't know, or vice versa, right? So not only that, like, if you're on a block for several years, like you can right away when someone is there that's not supposed to be. So whatever, I'm getting that fucking eye from so many people that I don't know in the hallway. While I'm kind of just standing there all sketchy with my hand in my pants, and I'm kind of next to the door that I'm trying to get in. I know the block I need to get into, my old block, but where the block's at, where this kid's at right now.
Circling the vans and even kicking the tires. No one from the group
had
seen or heard them directly, and there was no confrontation. But knowing that strangers were lurking around their vehicles while they slept was enough.
I get sketched out, but like at the same time, I tell myself I don't care. I was like, I honestly don't care. I said, I don't care if the cops are in there when he's standing there. I don't want that. I really, really, really don't want that. But I'm in the frame of I got comfortable a long time ago with, like, if that has to be it, then that has to be it. This is like, I'm not letting it go because of that. If there's cops there, then they get a close-up fucking show. That's how it is. So
we're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers.
I get on the block and I recognize a couple of people that I do know. And I roll up to them like that's what I was coming into the block for. Right? And so we go into one of their cells and shut the door like we're gonna get high together or do something, whatever. No one questions people. People do this all the time. to like move packages around and to fucking take out to do hits and fuck or to do get people beat up real quick and then leave the block. You see people come on the block they're not supposed to a lot, but don't get caught. People do it for tattooing too. You know what I mean? Some people would come to a whole nother block for the whole entire hour and wait for the hour to fucking, get tattooed for the whole hour and then go back to their block. Or have people switch cellmates for the night so they can get tattooed all night. Like, there just needs to be a body in the bunks. Anyways, so I'm standing next to the door that I need to get into. Downstairs is ABCD, upstairs is EFGH. And one of them was a sex offender pod. Just like we had C Block was our sex offender pod downstairs. And then I needed to get into F pod. And so I waited kind of at the cell before the pod I needed to go, the block before I needed the actual block I needed to go on, and
a pretty small footprint, but it does look to be kind of barefoot. You have toe here.
Because I wanted to wait for them to click it. I wanted to wait for there to be a crowd there. Think about it, like I'm trying to 007 this shit, and like if a cop sees me up there, they're gonna know I'm out of place, that I'm not ever up there either, like, So I get fucking, I guess, I guess I wouldn't say lucky, but what I wanted to happen happened. A bunch of people fucking were done and lined up at the door. They said, "Hey, please, F, F, F." They're yelling down at the cops to buzz the door, like people do the entire fucking time. And that's why the cops do it without even looking. They buzzed the door and I fucking slid right over and just walked right into the Sally Port, because like that's what you gotta do. You walk into this fucking little room when you walk in the first door with no windows, no nothing. It's just a concrete room with a door on each side. You gotta wait for them to pop the second door. Once the door's shut and we're all in there secured, then they pop the second door and let us into the block. That's how it is on every single unit. So, I fucking get in there, and right away, I'm getting fucking mean mugged from a bunch of people. They're all nobody's saying nothing, but I'm not recognizing most of these people or any of them, and
along the Appalachian Trail in search of what he believes.
If people don't recognize you, then that's even worse. But I just acted like I didn't give a fuck, or acted like I didn't see them. I acted, and then like right before I walked out the door or something, I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to see a friend," or some shit like that. Just like on my way by, I might have spit that out or something. I don't know. But like I said, I had been thinking about this for a very long time, so I had done my homework. I already know what cell he lives in. I already know in my head, like, how I'm going to approach it, if he's at the phone, if he's in the shower, if he's in his room, if he's at the card table, fucking what I literally have thought of every scenario and situation, because I wanted this dude so fucking bad. And the thing is he probably could beat me up one-on-one in a fight.
All right, buddy.
But you did what you did, and like, you know, I have to do something about it. So I'm gonna match that energy, and I fucking get into the door, and I can feel that I fucking mean mugged by fucking, you know, 50, 60, 70, you know, up to 100. I don't know how many, if everybody's in there at this point, or if every single person's looking at me, but minimal 50, 60, 70 people staring me down as I'm walking to where I'm going, because I'm beelining. I'm fucking beelining because I fucked the entire block. He's not at any table. He wasn't outside of the block. No, all the phones are empty. Showers are empty. Stalls are empty. His cell door is on the latch, which means it's unlocked, and he's got his privacy window up. In Berlin, they weren't cage doors. They were actually like these big fucking heavy duty industrial steel doors, but like best subscription would be something like a hospital door with that square or rectangular window on one side of it, but there's no actual window in it. You can reach right through it, but there is that little square there in every cell. So anyway, I'm beelining it to this dude, man, and I can't breathe. I can't fucking breathe, but I'm trying to keep my cool. I know everybody's staring at me. I just don't want I want the element of surprise. I want it to go down the way I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? I don't want it to have been thinking about it this long and then like within seconds fuck it all up somehow. You know, I want to do at least some damage, even if he fucking wins. You know? 2 things I don't want to have happen. Drop my piece, or him take it from me when I fucking went out of my way to do all this. I would look so stupid, especially after, you know, whatever. I meant fucking business. And so he was on the fucking second floor, but not only a couple of cells past at the top of the steps. And I could tell he had his fucking, so he's either in there doing drugs, or he's in there smoking a cigarette, or, you know, doing something illegal, or he's in there he's going into the bathroom. That's the only reason why we would block that little portion so nobody could see in our cell. And even cops don't allow it, but cops don't want to open your door if they know that you're shitting
As he climbs higher to get a better view over
2 feet from the door.
things suddenly take a terrifying turn. He comes face to face with a massive rattlesnake, an eastern diamondback, known for being both aggressive and extremely venomous. With his heart racing, he acts on instinct, slowly.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, there was no bathrooms in these cells.
It helps that the snake.
These were the 8-man rooms with the doors didn't shut all the way, but they were the same kind of doors I was just talking about.
Is his quick thinking and outdoor experience. He keeps calm.
But the divider's still up in the room.
Gets himself out safely.
So like I said, that means that they're doing something. I guess it's not taking a shit. In other parts, in the other prison or other jails and other places you go, that's the one other thing it could mean. You know what I mean? They're either on the shitter, they're doing something illegal, or they're, I guess, you know, masturbating or doing something fucking like that. But it's normally either going to the bathroom or, you know, rolling cigarettes or cutting pieces of Suboxone or
A Swedish TikTok
melting pieces of
known for
Suboxone
sharing
in the
clips
spoon
from his work
or
in the forest ranges,
chapstick cap to pour
often
down your
operating
nose
heavy machinery deep
or
in the
put in your
woods.
eyeball.
While most of his content is grounded in everyday logging life, every
I
now
got
and
these
then,
sweetheart ropes.
something
I'm like
truly
addicted to them.
unsettling happens. It is January the 23rd, 2024, and Denpiskin
All right,
heads
here
out
we go. I'll
alone
finish off the
into a
story
quiet forest at night. As he prepares to start his
because I know it's been an hour and
for what
24
seems like
minutes now.
routine work,
It's just because I feel like I'm
he
hanging out, man.
remain
You guys are my
completely
people,
still
yo.
until a chilling
Nah.
sound pierces
So,
the silence.
whatever, man. I was young. I'm shaking. I'm freaking the fuck out, but I'm dead. Like, there's no backing out. No matter what. There's nothing I can think of. There's nothing that can happen. There's nothing at all
The noise is so disturbing and
that I can get out of
that
this
he freezes in place, visibly shaken.
without
Since posting
ruining
speculation
my
has run
prison
wild.
career, which I still
Some
had
believe the
to
sound
do
could have come
at
from
that
a
point.
timber wolf,
Still,
a real
a good
threat
amount of time. A good amount of time of it left.
while others suggest something much darker, like a Wendigo or even a skinwalker. Whatever it was,
So
no follow-up ever came.
I
The
beeline.
mystery remains unsolved.
I'm going up 2 steps at a
Only
time.
adding to the unease this clip
Boom,
leaves
past
behind.
one cell.
There are countless
I
things
can't
in
fucking
this world
breathe.
that we don't fully understand.
Boom, I passed one more
The true
cell.
dangers
The next
lie
one's
in the
his.
unseen things that go bump in the night.
And I don't know who's in there either. That's the other
The next
thing.
video comes from
But
Legend
I was
Disaster,
like seeing,
a
I was
channel
just getting, I was
dedicated
so,
to investigating
I was
cryptids,
so
myths,
freaking
and
the
mysterious
fuck out
encounters
that
in remote
I
and
didn't
rugged
think all
locations around
of
the
that
world.
shit. I didn't think all the way
It is July
logically.
24th,
Like, what if there's 6 fucking
2023,
guys when I walk in
and
there?
while photographing the mountainous landscape in British Columbia, a
But
couple spots something strange in the distance.
in my head, I'm just seeing
Something
red.
that
I'm
doesn't
saying,
quite fit with the surroundings.
at least, I mean, this is what I gotta do. I gotta take this fucking piece of something, whatever I got, and make sure he becomes in pain with it, or because of it. And, you know, I also spent a long time trying to explain, like, the emotions and the feelings. Like, I can look back and think about how fucking gnarly that really is to, like, premeditate, think about several ways to make sure that you put a piece of metal inside of another human being. But that person put me in the fucking hospital too. So there is that. It isn't for no reason this time.
Subscribers by the end of the year. And right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Western Nowhere. YouTube
Boom.
focused on solo wilderness exploration, archaeology.
I'm getting closer and closer and closer.
Often set
And as I get
landscapes of the American Southwest. It is
right up to the cell that's right before his,
and while exploring an ancient hunting camp,
I take my hand out of my
the
pants,
solo adventurer begins to notice that something feels off. From eerie
which has my,
to strange sounds echoing through the trees. What starts as
which has my,
slowly becomes
you know,
more unsettling.
my thang on it. What I was praying on is that everybody was in chow, and that he was just hanging out in his room by himself. That's really what I was hoping on. I was hoping I was just gonna be able to go in there, have whatever happen, and have it just be between me and him. And so, boom. Remember, I also got 100 eyes on me.
I know there's caves throughout this area,
But that's why I waited till absolute last minute to pull my hand out of my pants, because I knew that I had my knife on me. I didn't want them warning everybody or whatever, doing some fucking weird shit.
I'm gonna think about it.
So I fucking
It's not safe because I'm by myself.
boom, 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 boom.
It's very tight.
Rip my fucking
My emergency
hand out of my pants.
vest,
Yank the fucking door
It
open.
doesn't work underground. So these are all
Yo, tell me I didn't catch this motherfucker with his back to me. He was in his boxers and no shirt and his fucking shower shoes. Like his little fucking flip-flop sandals or whatever. With his fucking headphones on full blast, cleaning
something white back there.
with his back to the door. Oh my God.
I think it's just a rock.
I was so surprised that it stopped me dead in my tracks for a second. I still stepped in quickly and shut the door behind me. I made sure I locked it. There's buttons in the rooms where you can get your door open if you shut it.
Attempting to investigate, and I think I'm gonna watch the sunset.
So I rolled in, shut the door all the way.
For 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna hike back to my truck.
Then it made me freeze for a second. I wasn't expecting him to, one, know people,
There's something powerful about
and
being
two,
You're right below me.
have the full-on advantage. His back is to me.
Ceiling.
In his own room.
The Skull Cave. I know there's more of their objects,
Whatever.
Tools, the things that they made stashed in
I wish I didn't do that. What I should have done was just kept going. I should, the momentum I had when I ripped my hand out of my pants and I ripped the door open and went in, I should have just kept that same energy and kept going, no matter what was going on in that room. I was just expecting there to be more, or, you know, at least him see me. But he fucking didn't. So, whatever, I composed myself very quickly, took a deep fucking breath.
I choose to think about the announcement of life, of the sounds.
And dude had no shirt on.
Played out here, of laughter.
So what do you think I fucking did? He was in store for a bad fucking day. Because normally when you're ready to get into a knife fight, like, you know, you literally, like, you can get real crazy and tape magazines all the way around your stomach and chest and arms or whatever. You know, you layer up as much as you can. You put your big denim fucking winter coat on, even if it's like dead summertime. Like, if you know you're about to get into an altercation with knives, like you suit up for it, you know. So yo, this was about to get fucking bad. So I take a deep fucking breath and I roll up. I put my left arm around his head and face and neck, pulled it back. And I jabbed him with the fucking ice pick 3 times as fast as I could, as hard as I could. Boom, in his side. Boom, boom, boom. And he started screaming. And blood, as soon as I pulled the thing all the way out, like, it's actually harder to sink a piece of metal into somebody, even a sharp piece. Like, it's like to put a knife in somebody, like, it's not like butter. Like, you have to really give it some and to take it out. So anyway, I fucking boom. I'm running on full adrenaline. I can really only look back at this right now and read the police reports, and I have picture frames of, like, throughout it. I don't have like a clear, like, representation of every second throughout the whole thing. I just have like moments in picture frames, because like when I get in situations serious like that, I get wicked nervous and anxious, and like, you know, extra nervous on top of like what a very normal fight would be, like what a normal fight would be. So anyway, I want to make sure that whatever I'm about to do to this person, it doesn't get done to me, because I don't want what I'm about to do to get done to me. So boom, I hit him 3 times. He starts screaming, and I purposely pulled his head and face back because it made both of his arms go up to try to pull my my body so he could get loose. He couldn't see, not like a chokehold. I just put my whole arm and shoulder and hit like shit around to where my hand was like at his ear on his right side. And I had his face stuffed into my fucking, like the crook of my elbow and my arm type shit. And I pulled him back, which made both of his arms go up to try to pull my arm away from him, which exposed his both of his sides. He started screaming, and blood hit the wall. I hit him 3 times as fast as I could, as hard, and I hit him as hard as I could. And each time, I couldn't sink the whole thing. I kept hitting something, I kept hitting his rib. What it was I kept hitting bone, and it would hit and go and like stop, like you hit like a hard surface. It's gross feeling, actually. So I back up, he's screaming, but blood's squirting out of 2 out of the 3 holes that he's got in his fucking side. And so he's trying to like hold himself together. He's like flipping out. I was like, I told you I'd get you back, motherfucker. Rah, 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 rah. And he's like, what the fuck? And he goes to like turn and like look in the mirror, and he literally just like stands sideways, puts his arm up to try to look at the 3 holes that I just put in him. And I fucking just said, dude, this ain't over, bro. And I went up and I hit him 3 more times. It was 6 times total, 6 holes. 3 times. 1 at the bottom in the back of his neck, and 2 close to each other in the right shoulder blade. But it actually gets stuck on my very last one I put in. I couldn't pull it out right away, like it wouldn't come out. I fucking hit his whatever bone that's there in his back, and where your shoulders at, below your shoulder. I couldn't pull the fucking thing out, and there's fucking blood all in my face. And it's not like blood makes me sick or like grosses me out or anything like that. I don't have like blood phobia or anything like that, but like I don't necessarily fucking enjoy it, you know, especially somebody else's. So while I'm trying to fucking pull, he's screaming each time because I'm like yanking his whole body around there. This thing is stuck in his like shoulder blade bone. You know, I must have like fish hooked it in there because I must have hit it so hard or whatever. Normally not, like I've seen not ones that I've used, but like ones that other times, like I've seen a lot of knives break because they weren't strong enough to hit like a bone more than once or at all. You know, the ice picks, you know, those won't break. You know, they might dull out, like if you hit bone a bunch of times, they might dull out, but it's not going to break or in half, you know, or whatever. And as long as you're doing what you're supposed to, you're always going to be able to pull it out and get rid of it, which is the immediate plan when you're done using it. And so I remember we're tussling. I'm trying to get the fucking thing out of his back. He's trying to get the thing out of his back. All I'm thinking is I'm on a whole nother block that I'm not supposed to be on. He's screaming loud. It's anytime there's commotion going on in the cell, you can hear it on a block. You can hear it.
I'm not sure either. If I had to guess,
Plus I'm yelling a little bit. Plus he's yelling in pain.
the restless spirits of the
And
hunters who once roamed these woods, or even a cryptid like Bigfoot. He eventually returns to his truck, makes some dinner.
not only that,
goes into the night.
like I said, this dude was a gang member.
He sets up
And
a
so
mark a few
his
feet away.
gang, I mean, I shut the door for 2 reasons.
Sure enough,
I made sure I shut and locked the door when I came in. So one, he couldn't run out
eerie sound, branches snapping,
and have this whole mission go, you know,
another
down
strange,
away.
unidentifiable noise.
And
Whatever was
I
out
didn't
there
want
with him, it clearly
anybody,
wasn't just the usual
especially his
wildlife.
fucking gang,
Spirits, animals, or something far harder to explain.
to come in
The atmosphere here
and
felt
fucking
deeply
jump
off.
me,
Definitely
stab
not a
me,
place I'd want to
whatever.
camp alone.
Stop me from doing
Thanks
what
for
I'm
watching.
doing.
If those 6 encounters rattled you, be sure
So
to
they're by now they're at the
subscribe
door
for more
screaming.
content every week. The next mystery might be even darker than this one.
All of a sudden, I'm trying to yank this thing out of him and he's screaming. One of the times I yank hard enough, it breaks loose, I guess, out of the bone and rips out of him. And a scream I have never heard in my entire life came out of this man's lungs. But let me tell you this. Someone had thrown one of his boys had thrown a razor blade in,
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera.
and I didn't
Real
notice
life,
that.
real danger.
And
Don't
so
forget
he
to subscribe for
actually,
more terrifying footage like this.
as soon as I pulled, as soon as I was able to yank my little piece out of his rib cage, it was the exact moment I got it out, and I'm like got it out from like I said, I was pulling as hard as I can, and so I fucking boom, it comes out, and before my arm gets all the way back from getting it out, I feel and see blood dripping down my face. And so it kind of made me stop and pause. And when I stopped and paused and let go of him, he dropped to the ground holding his holes, which weren't very deep. You know what I mean? You know, I didn't, you know, it's still savage and disgusting as fuck. And like, don't go to prison, man. I promise you, that took everything from me to do, because I'm just not that kind of person at the end of the day. Prison made me so I can be that person if I have to, which I don't like that either, because I'm way more full of love than I'm full of hate. And so I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm still affected by prison, and that, you know, I get angry about things and, you know, whatever. I know what my faults are, and I'm working on them. That's all I can do. So, I have to wrap this up. What happened was his buddy picked up the fucking the razor blade, and it was just one of the ones out of the razors, but they're still will cut. They'll still will cut anything wide open. So as soon as I pulled it out, he was in the same motion of just swinging a razor blade at my fucking face. And I didn't know that, but I thought, and when it all hit me, and I reached up and I could feel that I'm sliced wide open, at a point in my head, you know, I fucking.
So what do you think? Was this just a harmless prank? Someone stalking her? Or something far more disturbing? Hold on a second.
like I'm in
If
like
you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
I don't know what to like how like if my face is about to literally peel off. I'm like razor blades are bad. I'm like, did he just get my fucking face? Like I didn't know if I just had a nick, because a nick sometimes will bleed more than a motherfucking, you know,
After escaping a toxic
6-inch, you know, kitchen knife stab wound. You know, I didn't know what was going on or what happened. So I fucking,
wake up surrounded by the mountains.
I look over at dude. There's a bunch of fucking gang members screaming at me saying how dead I am.
Sharing every obstacle
And
along the way. Her channel doesn't glamorize van life the way
I just fucking,
instead, it reveals the reality.
I told him exactly what the fuck was up. Like in a wicked shaky ass voice, because I had so much adrenaline. I couldn't keep my cool at all. Like I just, like, when I have to react like that, I have to like go into hyperdrive. Like I can't breathe. I just it's fight or flight. And I'm gonna do everything it takes to come out winning when I have to. But I had to lose more to win any. I'll tell you that. So whatever. I'm not gonna get into more details. Maybe I can make maybe a small part 3 later if somebody comments and says they want it. There can be a small part 3, because if you think about it, okay, I fucked dude up enough to where he's on the ground. He cut me on his way down. Thank God he didn't like slice me across the face or anything. That's what he was trying to do. But he just nicked me, and it was a bleeding nick. So whatever. I know that I have to get through, and I'm not on my block. I have to hit the cop button and tell the cop to open my door, like I lived on that block and in that cell. And then I have to get through the entire gang that's right outside of it waiting for me, that just watched me do what I did to one of their brothers. Which I told all them too. I said all of you would do the exact same. I'm like, it's only because you guys are a gang that you're doing what you're doing right now. I'm like, homeboy fucking did me dirty over for somebody that's a nobody, for some junkie.
The man came across as oddly cheerful, but his behavior was strange.
I ended up having a lot of GD friends.
Rambled through awkward stories that didn't quite add
but
up, and asked questions that went beyond casual small talk. Though he smiled,
you know,
as if he were friendly.
I'm sitting there in the cell. I make sure I get rid of the knife. I flush it. I take off, you know, my shirt. I fucking try to get rid, you know, conceal as much blood that I can. That's on me.
It might have looked like nothing more than an eccentric conversation with a stranger. But for
so,
living life on the road, where the line between harmless and threatening is
by now, I know that when I hit the button, the cop's gonna look over at the camera and see. They're just gonna glance at the door they're about to pop open. And like, just think about it. It's common nature. And not only that, cops know when there's more than 4, like, when there's fucking, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, you know, that kind of amount of people all staring all up in one spot. Like, they know what's going on. They know to come in running. So, I got as clean as I could. I was hoping I could just hit that button, get it popped. Whether the cops run in or not, I would just act like I lived there and just get away from him. You know? And because by the time they get to him, they're gonna freak out.
So I'm sitting here making dinner and I heard voices.
So
the people from the website where I was like, I still had my hat on, I had all my hair tucked down in my jacket, try and make me look like a fella because I've never camped here before. You know, this lady was coming along.
Tell me fucking this.
Right when he's like, you know,
Tell
like,
me this ain't the
yeah,
craziest
then
shit
I
ever,
seen
right?
that, and then I heard kids, and then I seen the woman that was a couple and their children. They were so lovely, yarning
So,
around, and I asked them
they
how
bring
was
dude
the
out
time, and they were down
on a
to the
stretcher.
last week, and saying that I camped in the mornings normally.
I don't know if he was just overplaying it.
But they were like, "Judy,
I mean,
you help?" And I was like,
I definitely
"Thank you."
got him 6 good
So
times.
we come across the girl is covered in razor, and he's casually out here in the tent making the dinner. The dog right
And,
because he could smell my dinner. Oh, so funny.
you know, I
Sweet
smashed a piece of metal into his rib cage bones 6 times too. I'm sure that, I mean, that shit hurts. So,
The spot she chose was beautiful but exposed.
the whole situation was crazy.
Sweeping views of the ocean.
I couldn't
After setting
believe
up camp and preparing dinner, her evening was briefly
that that's how it ended up playing out. So what happened was is I hit the fucking button for the cop to open the door. Instead of the door just popping immediately like I fucking need it to, they come over the fucking intercom and ask me why there's so many people standing outside my cell looking all rowdy and aggressive. And at this point, she doesn't understand that she's talking to somebody that doesn't even live in the fucking pod. So, I was just like, yeah. We were fucking, yeah, we were all just telling a story. You know, we were shooting the shit, rah. And in the background, they heard, so like, whatever, a little bit of back and forth goes on. I get him to fucking pop the door. Them dudes rip the fucking door open. I go to just dive out, like literally dive. Arms out front, head first. Let me just get out of the cell so I can at least do whatever I'm gonna do, or they can do whatever they're gonna do. They can do it in the day room, not stuffed in a tiny ass cell. Fuck that. Getting jumped in a fucking tiny ass cell, having a fight in a small cell, even just that alone, fucking sucks. You know what it's like to have to punch the side of one of your metal bunks or your toilet or wall. It's just such a small area. You know, if you hit your elbow or your knuckles or any of your fucking vital areas, oh my god, it hurts so fucking bad. It almost takes you out of the fight. Anyway. So, what ends up happening is they pop the fucking door. I hear it. It goes click, click, like that. And it stays with the click noise until I open it, right?
Later that night, a second child.
So then,
the tide crept higher than expected. Water pushing closer to the tent with every passing.
Them guys ripped it open, but before it was literally right away. The alarm went off. Whoever unlocked the door saw the commotion, saw them rip the door open, and pulled the alarm. And they all come running in fucking as deep as, you know, as deep as they have on the clock that day, right? So, I didn't let it stop my dive move. I still wanted out of that fucking cell and away from homeboy that's got holes in him. I don't know how this guy has holes in him, but I'll tell you, if you're ever in prison or even on the street or anywhere in life, if you ever find yourself next to somebody extremely injured that was done in some type of violent way, I suggest you don't stick around.
Also,
So,
update, please didn't come, and I think it was really safe.
you know,
But really safe.
I can only say I don't know what happened to the guy a bunch of times. You know, I just got there.
That is where the same
So,
thing to that
yo,
place.
listen to this. This is even nuttier. I have luck sometimes. I mean, I technically have the worst luck ever. But I fucking the guys freeze when the alarm goes off because it's loud as fuck and you have to like go right to your cell immediately or whatever. So them guys like fucking like as they're all running in, they all like do a swift turnaround and run out. And I already did the dive move. I dove out of that cell as there was like maybe 10 or 15 guys standing there or running away. Because the alarm was going off. So I think what helped me was the guys that weren't running away yet. They all were like crowded over me because like I said, I dove out the cell. So I landed on the ground outside the cell. And so there was a bunch of guys standing outside the cell ready to fucking jump in my face. And so they did before I, like, so on camera, they never saw my face like that. It only shows a white boy getting yelled at by fucking a bunch of gang members. That's all they can tell. They can't even tell who. So they end up stopping and move on. They're telling me how dead I am. I'm like, yeah, fucking, you know, whatever. So as soon as the cop fucking, like, you know, whatever, the cop, like, there isn't an eye on me for a minute. So I get fucking way at the other end of the fucking block. I fucking I jump over like 4 or 5 people, so I land in the middle of a fucking like a group of people that are laying on the ground right now as the cops run in, so, to try to blend in, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm freaking the fuck out. I can't breathe. A couple of the guys around me, I can tell, were like mad that I did that. You know, whatever. It's not the first time. It's not the last time. It's, you know, it is what it is. People don't like it because it brings heat to the block. That's the thing. People want the cops to not come to the block. So people that do shit and cause heat, because then the cops come in and start fucking with shit instead of leaving you alone. There's people in there doing life that are never going home. Or 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you know? And they take that shit serious. If you're gonna, you know, bring the cops onto the block and have all their shit searched and torn up and fucking thrown away and fucked with because you wanted to be a little asshole for no reason too, you're gonna get your ass fucked up for that. So my adrenaline's fucking just fucking pumping, man. I'm fucking literally, I feel like I'm in a movie. I can't really think straight. I can't breathe. I can't really I can barely like believe that really just happened to that degree. And now I'm thinking, like, am I gonna go to, like, am I busted? How am I getting out of here? I'm like, what am I gonna call this when, if they do catch me in here? Like, fuck, you know what I mean?
bright lights and the crunch of tires startled her awake.
And for some reason, I got lucky again. They let one move. They carried dude out in a stretcher once they found him. And they told everybody to fucking, like, stay on the ground or whatever. And so after they took him out on the stretcher with the nurses, they actually call movement one last time. They're like, before lockdown, I don't know why this specific, I can't remember why this specific movement was important, but they allowed this one last movement to happen before they came in and locked everybody down and, you know, did knuckle searches. You know, they check your whole body, check your knuckles to see if they're swollen. They want to see who's been in an altercation.
So close that their vehicle blocked hers from leaving. When she
So
confronted them, they showed no acknowledgement of her presence.
they actually, all of a sudden I hear the fucking doors pop, man.
They dismissed her concern.
And they actually say that movement's okay. 10-minute movement, they call over the intercom. I fucking can't believe it. I don't even know what to do. My body goes into straight, like, auto drive. And I just walk out with a group of people into the Sally Port. I can't, like, it's like, I almost want to do backflips. Like, I just don't understand that this is even happening right now. And so I actually get out of there. I make it to the fucking stairwell again. And I make it back to my fucking block, man. I make it back to my fucking block. But, a lot of my bloody clothing gave a lot of information away. The gang upstairs was unhappy. Some of the people on that block were unhappy about how I just went rogue like that and did a mission like so intense like that without telling anybody. Is usually a no-no too. But so needless to say,
with a focus on stealth camping, car camping,
that was one of the more violent situations that I've been involved with. One of many, but one of the times that it was fully me, my decision. I planned it out. My weapon, like, you know, everything was. It was a personal thing, not like, you know, you beat up one of our boys a couple of years ago, so we're gonna fuck you up, or, you know, whatever. So it's already getting to be an hour and a half, so I can't keep going. Maybe I'll turn this into a time lapse if I keep going, or whatever I keep tattooing. If I don't finish the tattoo, then I guess I won't keep it as a time lapse, or put it at the end of this on a time lapse. But I'm not gonna, like, shade it, but I might start to shade it. We'll see. You guys, if you guys are still watching, thank you so much. I fucking love you. I do this because of you guys right here. The guys that are hearing me say this right now, it's you that I make these videos for and what makes me feel good. You know, I spent a lot of time and money and energy just to talk to whoever's listening about the embarrassing or gnarly or crazy shit that I've been through that made me who I am today. And, you know, I have a perspective from a drug addict, an ex-drug addict. I have a perspective as a convict, an ex-convict. I've hit a lot of rock bottoms and been through a lot of different things. And so, I'm proud to be where I'm at now. I fucking love this, and I love everything about this YouTube shit. I'm just barely learning the editing thing, so that's why I try to keep my videos simple and, you know, not too much going on, because, you know, I use CapCut, And even if I paid for it, like the shit, the free, even the free shit doesn't work. Like I can't get nothing to work. Everything takes forever
Using Google Maps for
and
survey
doesn't
data,
turn out the way I
she
want. And I
eventually
don't
chose
know it all
hotel
yet.
that seemed
It's
calm.
weird. It's fucking
She
stupid.
prepared her
But
van,
I'll figure it
closed the
out so I can
curtains,
make
and got
some
ready
more
to rest.
fancy videos. I want to make reaction
calm didn't
videos and I
last.
want to do follow along
Only
videos
minutes
if
after
anyone's
shutting
gonna
off the
do them.
camera.
All right, guys, cool. I'm gonna get back to tattooing, and you guys have a fucking wonderful night, morning, afternoon, whatever time or day it is where you're at. All right, Ryan Recovery Tattoo. Ryan out.